Is the pursuit of truth worth it or not? Oh boy. Yes, it's worth it. It's 100% worth it. And I guess that's a very, I hear the pursuit of truth and I think about something that is pursuing the meaning of life, the purpose of life, pursuing life in not just the objective materialistic sense, but life as a possibility that there might be a aspect of eternity involved with it. And is that truth? Is that not truth? What does that mean? And if we do live on after we die, how does that affect the way that we live our life right now? Does it affect the way that we live our life right now? So when I think of, the journey for truth, these are the questions that are presented before myself. And these are the questions that I think about. And so I think the journey of truth looks different for every individual because some people just want to know, I just want to know the truth if my life has a meaning or if there is meaning in life. And some people think differently than others. But when I hear, is the pursuit of truth worth it or not? In my conception of what that pursuit looks like, is perhaps more or deeper than some other people, or I guess to most people. And so, it's not for for me in my experience with this journey, it's definitely not easy. It can be a very, very lonely road. In a world where so many people want to be grounded in labels, on the search for truth, you have to learn how to be grounded in um being outside of the box. Like a lot of people think about being grounded, and it's like they've found their box. They found the place that they fit in. But on this search and journey for finding truth, whatever, I've had to learn how to be grounded in um, being a misfit. The philosophical misfit, being outside of the box, thinking outside of the box. And it takes a while. I mean, there's and it'll I don't know. In a lot of ways, I feel broken, and in a lot of ways, I feel thankful. And in many ways, I feel thankful that I'm broken. And broken in ways that, like, I don't. In a lot of ways, it's kind of like when this whole thing hit me, and I saw the light, if you will, because that's literally how I describe the moment when all this happened. I saw parts of myself that I wish I hadn't seen. I saw that I was a hypocrite. I saw that I was super prideful, super selfish, and that I was not living out the words that I had preached for so long, literally preached. And so, my whole world shifted and changed and flipped upside down. And so I had to learn how to live with that. I had to learn how to live with the truth that started to present itself for me. And some people don't want that responsibility. Some people don't want that epistemic responsibility of, um, if you search out truth hard enough and you find the truth, there's a responsibility that takes place that it's actually like, that that is truth now. So you have to live this out. If you don't live it out, you're a hypocrite. Like, some people don't want to face that. Some people don't want to deal with that. Like, some people are just happy, like, you know what, ignorance is bliss. And in some ways, sure, ignorance can be bliss, but in other ways, you cannot help humanity or the world at large evolve in any sort of way if you yourself don't learn how to evolve and search out truth. And so you're not really doing anybody, and you're not doing yourself any favors by remaining ignorant. You're just you're yeah, I'm not going to go down that road. I don't see the point in it. I don't see the point in just sitting and just not pursuing truth. And I think what I do, okay, I think that if you don't pursue truth, that it's going to catch up with you, and the truth is going to continue to push you and force you to evolve. And in a lot of ways, that looks like pain. And then some people cope with that pain in certain ways. So I think the pursuit of truth is hard. Yes, it's worth it. Um, and but it's for the people that pursue truth. it takes like this courageous bravery and action. And for the people that don't pursue truth, um, that bravery and that action and that courageousness is eventually going to be pushed on them, and it's going to hurt a lot more. So I think intentionally pursuing truth is going to be a lot easier in the end, even though, just evolving and becoming a new person, it's not easy. It's not easy. But at the end of the day, through all of the pain, through all the heartache, whatever, I would say absolutely 100% it's worth it. It's 100% worth it. And man, I could just keep going on and on when it comes to truth, because obviously there's objective truth and there's subjective truth. And so it's like, what does that journey of truth mean, and which truths are we talking about, and stuff like that. And so yeah, but it's absolutely worth it. It's absolutely worth it for the subjectivity of it. It's absolutely worth it for the objectivity of it, for the world at large. Um and yeah, I mean, there's many different places that you can go. And also, oh man, like I'm telling you, this thing of truth, like it can keep going on and on and on. But like um pursuing actual objective truth past the subjectivity of it, instead of just looking for truth to affirm what you want to be truth, because that's not actually truth. Like, you can affirm in some sort of situation the way that you feel and be like, yeah, I should feel this way. But does that feeling reflect the actual situation of is that just a subjective thing? And that you're like, oh, I just want this to be truth, and so I'm going to search this truth so that I can have some sort of like research or something under my belt to make it like, oh, this is my truth, and so this is true because this says this, when in reality you haven't looked at any other perspectives. And so that's not actual truth. That's just you being selfish and wanting to puff yourself up and be prideful about who you are, and there's no truth in that at all. And so, man, you can go so far down the rabbit hole. But at the end of the day, at the end of the day, yes, pursuing that truth outside of yourself, pursuing an objective truth. And yes, there are subjective truths that are worth pursuing, but pursuing the objective truth and asking those questions is 100% worth it. Despite all the pain, despite all the heartache, despite whatever it may bring, I think at the end of it, it's going to bring joy, and it's going to bring um, joy. It's gonna bring joy.